All right, guys, welcome to this video of an AMA. This is an Ask Me Anything that I did with prospects who were potentially interested in becoming clients. You can see here that these are questions that I would say a lot of clients have. And so, if you're interested in becoming a higher paid data professional, you probably have a lot of these questions in the back of your mind as well. And if you're interested in attending one of these sessions, you'll see a link somewhere in the description where you can put in your information and we will email you links as to how you can attend these Ask Me Anything sessions. So I hope you enjoyed the video and cheers. Hello. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I can hear you.
Good. Well, good to see everybody. All right, let's jump into it. I just put the 6 questions in the chat. Can you guys please take a second to write your responses in there? If you have your responses, go ahead and plop it in there. It is first come, first serve. And I will try to get to everybody in the next 30 minutes. Let's do this. Okay, great. I think I got Sam. Give me 1 second. All right, Sam is an engineering man. Ooh, I hear some echo. Sam is an engineering manager. By the way, if you see me swaying, it's because I'm on my walkie pad. Sam is an engineering manager, large program, technical program manager. Okay, cool. Making 4460. Wow, then took a big decrease over the years. Okay, I got you. Wants to become an AI TPM, AI data engineer, and wants to just make more than what he's making now. Okay. I have no conceptual knowledge of data pipelines or data or any intrinsic programming that might be required for AI. Okay, so what's the question? Is it possible for you given your
Correct.
lack of
Yeah.
knowledge?
Right. Because you see, on-prem and cloud infra is like a household term now. It's not really a skills anymore. It's just common knowledge, right? So everybody seems to have those. And the AI is the new big thing. And then until you can conceptualize, parts of it at least, you can't see yourself how you fit in. I've gone to many one-day Red Hat sessions where they had ready-made Intel-based CPUs and new chips at a fraction of the cost of NVIDIA. There are models loaded and things like that. I've done that kind of stuff, but still really don't see the real conceptualization of the data. Which data would that be? Things like that.
Yeah. So the good news is you have, what do you have, 20 years experience?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the good news is it's pretty simple for you because you actually can leverage your experience. So like what you're calling out is actually very accurate. You just have to learn the technical stuff. And so that's actually a lot easier said than done because it's basically you come in, you do a bunch of projects with us, and you can leverage them within your resume as well. So I like the position you're in. I think if you're currently making 230.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
Okay,
it's on
cool.
average and it's mostly boring because companies will hire you for architecture work and then they tell you that they they'll tell you that they want you to do support and all that. And it's like, okay, how does that, fit in
Sure.
my
Yeah.
career? But those are the needs. And that's just how
Yes.
it is. And then there's no
I'll tell you
limit.
this, most of the money is in boring work. Yes. Yes.
Yes. Um, you see, the large program is that I did a $5 billion infrastructure, largest gigafactory in United States or in the world for
Mhm.
Panasonic. 2 years I
Okay.
built it, and I wasn't in a mood to support it. And just you write your own pink slip at the end of the large project.
Yes. Are you a contractor right now?
No, I'm not no longer contract. I've been in the market for so long that many a times some of my old clients they will just take me anytime.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I haven't put my resume in the market since December of 2017.
Oh, wow. That's a long time.
Yes.
Okay. So you haven't interviewed either.
I do have interview from time to time, depending on, project-based advanced services or something. Sometimes it's location that bothers me. I'm like, no, I can't drive my motorcycle there or something or something else, but plenty of work.
I gotcha. Okay. So you haven't actually like scaled applications yourself, like applied to a bunch. It's been like one-off interviews here and there.
Yes.
Okay. So pretty simple. Have you talked to anyone yet at the program?
I have not talked to. I had Shaquille called me. He just did the intro part of it. He sent me the URL for the company, and I did saw some of the your SMEs talking there, including yourself.
Yes.
Very little though, but yes, that's all I.
So, long story short, when you come in, we create a personalized plan based on your skill gaps. Your skill gaps are pretty simple. It's going to be AI, data engineering, maybe TPM, right? Based on what you wrote. From there, once you finish the education and the interview portion, we then scale your application after we've reformatted your resume, readjusted your resume, took in the projects, the technical projects that you just finished doing, and then we scale your applications. That way you don't apply.
Sure.
And so I would recommend talking to one of our advisors and going from there. She should be able to help you. Is it cool if I just send you a link in the chat and you can book a call from there?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I understand there's other candidates here. So yes, absolutely. No.
But I feel good. I mean, again, you know that with 230 you can get back to where you were before and you should be good to go.
Yes. Sure.
Thank you, Sam.
By the way, 400 and some $1,000 are in the defense space, and sometime consciously with whatever is happening in the world, you don't want that kind of money. You know what I mean? Just as a ethical, line
Who
for yourself.
who would have thought we'd be thinking about Facebook as more ethical? You know.
You're right. You're right.
But I
Yeah.
got you. I got you. I mean,
Yeah.
there's arguments, right?
Very,
Arguments for both sides.
very
But
true.
yes, I got what you mean.
Very
Yeah.
true.
Well, pleasure to meet you, man.
Thank you.
Safar, are you there, Safar?
Yeah, hi Chris, how are you?
I'm doing great, man. Agile Coach wants to go engineer, wants to go from 160 to 300, job placement guarantee. So we have an interview guarantee. So once you finish the education portion and once we scale your applications, right, assuming you're still within your 12-month contract, we will get you 20 interviews within those next 6 months of applying. If we don't, we will give you the money back. Very simple. Make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else?
Um, During this ramp up, 3-4 months, whatever it takes, is it possible to get get placed into something that's maybe lesser monetarily, but something that where I can get some hands-on experience?
So you're talking about like, do you have a coding background?
I don't.
It'll be really hard. We do have certain other add-ons and other packages for that. Have you talked to anybody yet?
I've been talking to my recruiter, and
Who's
Hector
that?
was Sarah.
Sarah. Okay, ask Sarah about the internship module. That might be something that you're looking for.
Okay.
Yeah. Make sense?
Yeah.
Thank you, buddy. Let's go to Gabe, database engineer, 178, wants to go to 200 plus, transition from a DBA focused versus DevOps and prospects. So Gabe, just to be clear, are you asking, is it better for you to go to DE or DevOps?
Yeah, that's part of the question. I mean, whether it's better for me, that's very hard to determine, right? But I'm wondering if you could just talk on what the prospects are for the two. I understand you're coming from the data engineering angle, right? But still, what
So
the
we,
prospects are for the two in general,
yes,
and what the transition looks like, because
yes.
to me it seems like um, DevOps seems to be more aligned with my current skills in general, just because I'm coming from an automation perspective.
Yep.
And obviously I would have been automating in the last few years
Right.
infrastructure related activities.
Yep.
And so that's why I'm wondering.
So it's funny you mention that. So we actually think of DevOps as a subset of data engineering. I know if you go really more into the technical realm, like yes, you are technically correct. One is more infrastructure and automation with infrastructure. One is, let me mute that. And one is data engineer. It can be kind of an umbrella, right? Because when you think about data engineer, you have solution architect, you have DevOps, you have just a data engineer, you have a BIE. It's kind of an umbrella term. But yes, we can get it a little technical, and there is a difference between the two. As a database engineer, I mean, you can do either one, or like I said, since one's a subset of the other, you can kind of do the umbrella and then also have the DevOps skill set. Did that part make sense right there? What I just said?
Yeah.
You do the umbrella and then you actually know
Yeah.
both. So that's the smart way to do it, because then you don't have to do one and then try to do the other. You learn one and then it has a lot of overlapping skills. And so you actually end up learning both. In terms of prospects, they're the same. I mean, they're really good. Have you looked at because we have this like on the site and in our social media, have you looked at the World Economic Forum jobs report by any chance?
No.
Okay, let me just send this real quick here then. The long story short, is if you go to page 19, basically the top 3 out of the top 6 jobs that are expected to grow over the next 10 years, they're all in the data space. So one is like big data, one is like data systems, one is data warehousing, one is AI and engineering. And so like, I think you're fine either way. What do you have? I'm assuming 10 years experience.
Yes.
Yeah. So like you can hit,
funny you guessed that. That's exactly right.
it's almost like I've talked to 200,000 people of you like already. Yeah. I trust me. We're very familiar with your pain, with helping you with how to do it. Like I can probably guess most people here, but my point is I just put a link in your, like I commented it to your comment. If you want to look at that, you'll see the jobs report. Literally like half of the top 10 jobs are like all data related. And so here's my suggestion. I would learn data engineering because you will also learn DevOps in the process. And then when you get to the job application standpoint, you can either apply to 50-50 or you can just apply to the one that you like most, because we're going to apply for you. So you don't actually have to worry about scaling the applications. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Have you talked to anybody yet?
Yeah, I talked to Hallie.
Say that one more time.
Do I say that his name right? Ally?
Ali. Yeah.
Ollie, sorry.
You got it. Yeah. So you're in good hands. Talk to him and you should be good to go.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
Good advice. That's good advice. Thank you.
Yeah, you're good, Robert. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully that was helpful. And this is why we do it.
Yeah. Can I ask a quick question as well?
If it's related to that, yes. If not, let's keep the 6 questions. Okay. Yeah. And for anyone else that just joined, please answer the 6 questions in the chat. I'll be going in order from top to bottom. But yeah, Go ahead, Robert.
All right. I'm sorry. No,
let me go.
Oh, so I'm coming from the application packaging background. Some scripting, and I've got the cloud certification. So obviously my next phase was DevOps. So your statement to him was great for me because I'm interested in the data part. So if I do the data engineering, now I'm understanding that it will cover, it'll set me up to be able to do both. So that's sort of what I was looking for.
Yeah. And that, in all honesty, the biggest like benefit of coaching or what we do is we're just aggregating a lot of information so that we can give you the fastest route, because yes, information is free, but like having to go find it can cost you years if you go down the wrong road. Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes all the sense in the world. And that's exactly what I'm looking for. So thank you.
Perfect. You got it, man. Okay. Let me go on to the next person here. Try to get to everyone. Jason, senior software engineer, 150, wanted to go to 2 cloud. I was interested in how realistic the salaries for a data engineer. The 2,200 to 500 demands how much work. Also, if I can maintain the work-life balance, the job would demand. Okay. Realistic wise, how many years of experience do you have, Jason?
5.
It's realistic. Where are you located?
I'm in Michigan.
Okay. So are you remote right now?
No, I'm not.
Okay. You don't have equity, correct?
You mean like own a house?
No, equity as in like stock in the company that you work at.
No, I don't.
That's your biggest lever.
Okay.
Do you know how they work?
No,
okay, so
I'll
give it a little
options and then they just grow over time.
Options are different. So let me give you an example. If you work for a startup and you get options, the options are either worth a lot if the startup goes public, or they're worth not that much if the startup fails and they're worthless, right?
Right.
Stocks though, right? I'll give you an example. I have a friend that went to NVIDIA and he was earning 250. Half of it was stock. The stock was already public, right? It's in the stock market. So as they vest, meaning he gets granted the stock, he's able to then sell that stock in the public market and just get cash for it. So it's basically as good as cash. Here's the advantage though. as he spends his next 4 years at NVIDIA, that 125 grand per year that he was earning literally like 5x'd. So he ended up making 700, 800, 900 grand a year, almost a million a year.
It's awesome.
So the time in which he was spending actually working for NVIDIA, he was using time for his advantage. Right now, the biggest problem with people like you, it's like, okay, you have good skills, you have a high in demand skill like software engineering, you're about to pick up another skill like data engineering, like you will be in demand. Now the question is, will you put yourself in the right vehicle so that you can earn as you are doing things along the way? Does that make sense?
It does. But going back to the stock, isn't it like a niche case? Like once it goes up, then you don't want to just like move into a safer bucket like the index fund.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the situation, right? Like I have a friend at Facebook where the stock grows like 20, 30% a year, and he's like, cool, I'm happy with it. I'm gonna just let it keep growing. In my in the case of my friend at NVIDIA, it grew so aggressively that he's like, okay, I have like $3 million here. It would be dumb for me to keep $3 million because if it crashes 90%, I'm screwed, right? So in his case, I know that he was selling to do exactly like you said, which was like put in the S&P index funds, that kind of stuff. So you're right, it's just case by case dependent. Make sense?
Right. So I don't know. I mean, I think all my questions I can research on my own, kind of get to it. I think I was talking to Enzo. He was pushing that I schedule something with you. But so what's unknown to me is let's say I get the job, I build out like a pipeline, and teams use it. The analytics data analytics done on it. Then what do I do with my next job? Do I just keep building the next pipeline? Is there a time down period where
You mean the same job at the company? Like at the same company, right?
yes, where I get placed?
So your next task at the same company is what you're asking?
Right.
Yeah, so it becomes like you still will build more pipelines or more table or more infrastructure, but then you also have to split your work with maintaining this. The good part is maintaining it is pretty easy, right? Like you get one issue a week or something.
Oh, so that maintaining part, I'm thinking like, is there like a call? Like I wake up at 3 a.m. And just
It depends on the pipeline. So I'll give you an example. We would be on call at Lyft when we had to productionalize pipelines. But if there was an issue, it'd be like, this is all internal, meaning like it's a dashboard that's internally for our employees, right? And it's like, cool, we can solve this on Monday, not a big deal. But then if the pipeline had to do with like, oh, like the Lyft app is literally not like turning on, then it's affecting user experience. So that's when you have to actually like wake up on Saturday and go fix it. Make sense?
yeah, it does make sense.
Which typically would be pretty easy, to be fair. It's like literally just a few buttons, or you just like revert the code back to like what was working, and then it's like, cool, I'll look into it Monday for the rest of it, but for now we're good. So
Well,
to be fair, it's not too bad.
I'm kind of hesitant to like worry about like job security. Let's say I build something and then but the maintenance part's easy. Then what reason would the company have for me to be around?
There's always other stuff to do. Think about it. How long have you been working at your current company?
About 5 years.
Yeah, didn't you build something and wonder why they're still keeping you?
No, I mean I get moved around and things I build they're easy to maintain. Like
Yeah,
I
man,
keep
this is
building
gonna
new
be the same
stuff.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing, man. Like think about how much data is created every day.
It's too much. Yeah.
Same concept. Yeah, it's too much, but it's valuable. So it's like, cool, you build one thing and same thing. You either get moved around or you build something else with the same team.
All right, makes sense.
Cool, cool. Did I answer all your questions?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm the right stage to meet you. I feel like all this stuff Enzo was really pushing on me like moving forward, but I feel like I had to do my own research first. And
Sure.
then he
Do your
just
own research, man.
yeah.
Yeah. Talk to Enzo when you have more clarity, man. But like
Okay.
if you need to talk to an alumni or do your research or look us up on ChatGPT, like do what you gotta do, man.
You got right.
Sounds good?
Sounds good.
Cool, cool. Thank you, buddy. Hey, real quick. If you are looking to land a higher paying data role, then there will be a link in the description or in the comment section for you to fill out a form and then book a call with my team who has already helped over 2,000 people get a higher paying data role. And we hope that you are the next person that we help. And so all you have to do is click on the link below. And if you don't want to help, no worries at all. Keep watching the video, keep enjoying it. And yeah, let's go back to the video now. Cheers.
Thank you.
All right, Dilip. Sorry if I butchered that one. Senior manager program, making 200, wants to become TPM, make 253. Career enhancement, being a consultant, how confident DA can help me achieve my goal. Well, very confident given that you're already a manager. So like you have a very good chance of just continuing to do that, but in the more technical sense. Um, when you say career enhancement, being consultant, so do you mean like right now you're in a consulting role and you are not sure about how you can go into a technical role? You're on mute, by the way.
Sorry, Chris, I was on mute.
You're good.
So I was talking to Kevin my situation. I have been working with the company Cognizant Technology Solutions since last 20 years. Now I'm feeling like doing there, leading the team all the time, and very less technical touch, right? Then when recently I came out of that company, and my because my earlier employer, the client, called me, if you can join with us because we know you very well. So they impressed on my work and they called me and they just put a star question mark that if you can join as a consultant. And I joined there and I got promised that you will be here since the next 5-10 years. There will be no issues. But recently some organizational change happened and I got a timeline till end of the year.
Understood. Yep.
Okay. So that's the thing. And I hear you are emphasizing, if anyone is asking, hey, I'm not from the technical background, what you suggest, and you are saying if you are not from technical, go from TPM role or something. Are you guys not helping someone to grow up on the technical and also in the functional side so that they can be easily placed and boost their confidence on technical side? Yes, I can do.
Yeah, so we help people like yourself go from non-technical manager to technical manager. If you're talking about like you saw something, some ad, it's like it's probably just marketing segmentation. So the way that marketing works is we create ads for this avatar, we create ads for these people, we create ads for these people. You might have just saw different marketing segmentation. In your situation, we can definitely help you. Um, here's how here's how you have to think about it. So you're open to learning the technical stuff. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Cool. So technical
And I
isn't
am
binary.
studying now Python and all those things. I'm coming from technical
Perfect.
background because I was working on legacy technologies like C, C++, Pro C,
Oh,
Unix,
perfect.
Shell script, and
Do you know
Perl.
cloud?
Yeah, I worked on cloud a lot of
Oh, perfect.
yeah. So AWS especially, AWS especially, and I want to even I'm not I don't want to say that I'm not in touch of technical. I'm in
Yes.
technical field, but I can say that 20 to 30% of my workload is
Yeah.
in technical side, and the rest of is functional side.
Then I'm
Because
very
I'm a lead,
confident DA can help you. Let me
eh,
ask you, how confident are you?
I am confident, but I
There
need
we go. So we're
I
both
need a boost of
confident.
energy from you guys, and
Yeah, man. There we go. So like literally, like you said it yourself, if you know all the technical stuff, a TPM needs to be 5 out of 10 technical. So if you're a 3 out of 4, we'll raise your gap to 5 out of 10. We'll scale your applications and we'll get you to where you want to go. I'm assuming you don't have equity. Is that correct?
no, I'm being a consultant. Earlier, I was having
Okay. So
incognizant.
you understand how equity works, similar to what I was telling the other gentleman before this.
But I don't think I got a I've been with 20 years in Cognizant. The stock price hardly went from 60,
Dude, it's
65
because
to
it's
80.
cognizant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. You again, put yourself in the right boat, right? You can also go to Bank of America and get some stock there. It probably won't grow that much. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I may be unlucky on
Yeah.
someone somewhere.
Yeah. So you have to look at it as an investor, but then when you do join, it's like great. Now you have multiple options, and then boom, you can probably get 250 off the bat, but then probably increase it as time goes on because the equity grows. Make sense?
Makes sense.
Beautiful. But yes, to answer your question, I'm very confident given that you're confident and given everything you just told me.
Thank you.
And you talked to somebody already, right?
I was in touch with Kevin who, and
There you go.
yeah, thank you.
Thank you, buddy. Compliance administrator, 55, wants a DA, wants a triple. Is there someone for who's making a career change to get into tech? How easy? It is not easy. Karen, is Karen still here?
Yes, I am.
Karen, it is not easy. And I think anybody that tells you it's easy is lying to you and you should run. It's not easy. And the reason I say that is because for someone that has no technical background, learning your first things in tech are pretty hard. I think anybody here who's technical can attest to that. Here's the beautiful thing. Once you start learning the technical stuff, everything starts to click, right? So the example I like to give is like, I speak Spanish. If I had to learn French or Portuguese, I can pick it up because I have some part of the brain that understands Spanish. But if you absolutely don't know Spanish, don't know Portuguese, don't know any of the Romance languages, that first language is going to be really hard. So it's not easy, Karen, but here's the good news. The question is it worth the long-term investment for you? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, you might have to go through 6 to 12 months of pain, just being for real with you. But like, if you have 20, 30 years left in your career, like, is it worth it? Right? And if you can double or triple where you are right now per year, what are your thoughts?
So do you have like, I was thinking that probably you have like internship programs that I could get into to like, yeah, internship program would be better for me.
Have you spoken to anybody yet?
No. You mean on your team?
Yes.
No, I haven't spoken to anyone on your team yet.
Okay, no worries. I can give you a link. Just give me 1 second. And that way you can talk to her and go from there, talk to her about the internship program as well, and she can help you from there. Sounds good?
Sounds good.
Thank you, Karen. I'll have someone reach out. Thank you.
Sure, thanks.
Rochelle said, is there a scaled down version for the course?
I filled out the 6. Sorry, I filled out the 6 questions later on down in the list. So I don't know if you want to come back to me a bit.
I'll come back to you. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. Terry said, what's the best opportunity for a generalist? I'm not sure what you mean there, Terry. What do you mean as a technical writer?
Pardon me?
You said, what is the best opportunity for a generalist? Can you expand?
Yes. So in other words, I mean, I'm probably not a data engineer, although I have some experience with databases and but not, and some experience with system integration. I've been a manager, I've been a tech writer. I've worked with high-powered electronics systems, signal processing equipment and software. So have general knowledge. So I guess I'm asking, you know, what kind of program do you have that would make the best use of what I have?
So on the software domain, that's probably the one you have to lean towards more. So probably SQL, Python, AWS is probably the one. It sounds like you probably have some skill gaps there.
Okay.
So what I can do, because it sounds like it's one where you're still trying to figure out where you can find a fit. Let me send you to our website. I think that's the best route for you, and that way you can explore what we have. How does that sound?
Okay, I just wanted to mention to Karen that that your compliance background is probably going to be really valuable with AI upcoming, because there's going to be a lot of compliance.
We use it for ourselves.
Okay, thanks for that.
Thank you, Terry. All right, let's go to Suganya, Senior Automation Engineer, 140. Let's go to 250. With 12 years experience in software quality, how easy to get into senior level data analyst or any other senior level, and how long will it take to get, because I just got laid off from my current role. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, I understand the, hello, where are you?
Yeah. I'm here.
Hey. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. And I understand the pickle that you're in. A lot of times we will face people that have a long-term desire to learn something, but they have this short-term need to probably get a job as quickly as possible. Does that sound about right?
Yes.
Cool. So how many hours a week do you have available to put into this? Is it 40 now?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're able to put 40, you can probably go through the education portion in 1.5 to 3.5 months. But then the job application phase will probably take another 2 to 4 months.
Oh, okay.
Is that something that you're able to do given your current employment status?
Employment status? I'm a green
Yes.
card holder.
No, employment. So I meant like given that you just were laid off.
Yeah,
Okay, cool. So
I just got laid off. Yes, because of
yes,
the position removed, because they want developers to do the automation work.
yes. So what I'm saying is if the program takes 7 months, is that something you're okay with?
That's my worry as well, because I have to be unemployment for 7 months, right? So I don't know after that whether I might get into shortlisted or not, right? For interviews. So
Yes.
that's my concern. Yeah.
And have you had a chance to talk to anybody yet?
Nope, not yet.
Okay, let me do this. I'm gonna send you a meeting link, book a call with one of my advisors, describe the situation, and ask for 2 job applied chips. And so what we can do in situations like this is we can help you scale your resume or scale your applications so that you can land that job first, and then we focus on landing that second higher paying data one later. The reason is because in your situation, I've just seen this so many times where like you can join the program, but if you're so stressed about like not having a job, guess what you're going to be focusing on?
Yes, that's right.
So I think we can develop a new package or give you the new package where we actually help you find the job first. Make sense?
Yeah, that works. In the automation, right? You're saying?
Exactly. Because that's the one you qualify for right now. Like you wouldn't qualify for a data engineer yet, but you could in 7 months.
Okay,
So
so
let's do
usually doing this course with having a job in hand, is it?
Well, this is why I asked you as the first question. Like, if you're okay not having a job for the first like next 7 months, you can by all means do the course. It's just that I know that a lot of people get stressed and they get into their own head and then aren't able to actually complete the course because they're so busy looking for a job. So again, if you like, I've met people in your situation that have $1 million saved up and they're like, it's fine. Like I'll just spend the next 7 months like upskilling and applying, and that's perfectly fine. So I don't know your current situation, which is why I'm saying like you should book a call and then also think about it before you go to the call. Make sense?
Yeah, sure. I
Beautiful.
will, go with the call and then I'll let you.
I just DM'd you the calendar link.
Sorry,
Beautiful.
did I hear that correctly, Chris? That you were coming up with basically a different approach, different package for her in her current situation?
Because she's currently unemployed, yeah. It's just, again, going back to like what somebody said is I've talked to 200,000 people already. Like I kind of know the patterns and I kind of know that like, you know, she could be stressed out if she heads into this program without a job, and it's like she is in dire need of a job. Like again, depends on her situation, depends on everybody's situation.
Yeah, of course. I just didn't know that was possible. So sorry.
You have to qualify for it, to be clear. We can't just help you get a job in any field. Make sense?
Yeah, makes sense. Thank you.
Yep, I can hear you.
So yeah, I'm okay with going without a job.
Okay.
Because I needed a proper guidance and a proper structure to learn. So I need that. I'm not a person who studies in YouTube and apply for a job. I need a proper guidance and the proper way of structure, where to start and what's the structure. So that's why.
Perfect. So go ahead and book a call with that link that I just sent you in your DMs. Do you see the link?
Yeah, I got it.
Beautiful. There you go. Go ahead and book a call, talk to him, and you should be good to go.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, let's see if we can get through these. So we're really a little over. Cecilia, Senior Financial Management Info Reporting Analyst, wants to go from 175 to 250. Is it difficult for someone from a financial background to make this transition? Cecilia, I answered a question similar to this before, from non-tech to tech. Did most of your questions get answered here? Is she still here? Going once, going twice.
I am. I'm still here. I was on mute and didn't realize it. Sorry.
No worries.
Somewhat, some of my questions were answered. I'm still, given my background, I'm not unfamiliar with databases. Though I've worked in the financial industry, most of my background has been as a system administrator of some sort,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, typically an analyst, even in the financial space, will have some experience with data, Excel, SQL, etc.
Right.
So, look, your question, because it's a little easy and a little difficult to answer at the same time. Is it difficult for someone? Blah, blah, blah? It's like, well, okay, how many hours a week are you planning to put into this?
I could possibly give it, I would say, because I'm working now and my hours, probably 20 hours a week I can put into it.
Cool. How easy is it going to be for you to commit to those 20 hours and actually show up?
I can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
Yeah, I can. It won't be difficult for me to commit. My main concern is, I guess, because it's the unknown of, the information, and I don't know what to expect. Like, I'm gonna have to learn programming languages, different languages. So
it's scary because you've never done it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've never done it, so it makes sense that it's scary.
Yes.
You know we've done it thousands of times, correct?
Right.
Cool. So we don't necessarily need you to know the unknown. We just need you to know that we know the unknown. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yes.
Do you trust us that we know the unknown?
Yes.
Is that helpful? Does that give you a little more comfort?
It does.
Because ultimately, I'll give you this analogy. Yeah, look, I'll give you this analogy, right? I might have never ridden a bike, and I might be scared to ride a bike. At the end of the day, if I have someone that's ridden a bike 1,000 times, will you feel better because they've ridden the bike 1,000 times?
Right.
Right. And so that's all this is. Like, we're not asking you to be scared. We're asking you to have confidence that you will figure it out because you're with us who has already figured it out 1,000+ times. Make sense?
Yes.
Sounds good?
Yes.
Thank you. Pleasure to meet you. And have you talked to anyone yet?
Yes, I spoke with Shakil, but it was very brief. And he recommended that I join this call today.
Cool. So I just sent you a link. Go ahead and book a call with her. You should be good to go.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you. All right. Raquel, senior product manager. Rochelle, sorry about that. Making 200, wants to go to 300, senior TPM. I've used an AI to build many applications. I love it. I'm looking to upscale to data engineering. What's your recommendation? Is a scaled down version of the course. A scaled down version of the course, we have the ability for you to buy just the content on our website. I don't know if it's the best package for you. I would recommend talking to an advisor first, because if you're actually looking to make that big of an increase in your compensation, it's probably not enough. Knowing the content and going through content, you might as well just go on YouTube, to be completely honest with you. Knowing how to interview in the concepts is the actual skill set that you need so that you can command that compensation once you get to the interview phase. I'm looking to upscale in data engineering. What's your recommendation? SQL, Python, AWS, system design, data modeling, behavioral questions. Don't disregard behavioral questions. Again, you're a product manager, so my assumption is that you are a pretty good communicator and that you will completely nail that part, but just throwing it out there. Is that helpful?
It is. It's just I've never been as technical. I've always on the delivery side working with my technical teams, but I started using Emergent, let me just be honest, and building a lot of cool tools. And using GitHub, seeing the information, seeing the code being exported to GitHub, reading through the code, I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. So now I really want to take a step further, and now understanding what you just shared with the World Economic Forum, seeing the different jobs in the future, I really want to set myself up for the future. But I started talking to one of your employees, and they mentioned that the cost is $15,000 to $20,000 for the course. And I thought, that's a lot. So I was just wondering, is there a scaled down version? I know it is worth it based on what I've heard and even what you're talking about now, but is there a scaled down version for
Well,
somebody coming from my background. Yeah.
so we scale your applications, correct?
Yes.
Have you started to apply yet?
I have not. I have not. Like I have a meeting with Sarah tomorrow.
Do you know how many applications it's going to take you?
No, no.
Let me warn you, it's going to be between 300 to maybe 800. And so, like, if you just do the math there, if you think it's going to take you 5 minutes for a job application, more if you have to tweak the resume and everything, like we're talking about 100+ hours.
Got it.
So ask yourself, would you rather have your 100 hours back, or would you rather just pay $5,000 and, put it on a finance it, right? Credit card, whatever, and not have to pay for a couple of years, right? So the reason I'm saying that is I would go in with an open mind, be open to what you talk with Sarah about, right? Because again, I think when you actually start to understand, oh, this is an investment in yourself and you're going to make the money back and your time back, I don't think you're actually going to think twice about it.
Okay.
Again, we have a scaled down version. You can ask her about it. I just don't look at it this way. Do you want a higher paying role, or do you want to just learn?
No, I want the role.
Yeah. So this is going to be a distraction.
Okay. All right. So I have a meeting with Sarah tomorrow. So let's see how that goes. Thank you so much.
You got it. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Is Edward here? What's up, Ed?
Hey, Chris. Yeah, I am here.
Nice building.
Oh, that one's in Chicago. So
Nice,
when I
man.
was trying to submit a bid on, with a different group of people, came from background in IT. I'll just give a little background.
Sure.
Did a lot of different stuff in insurance and automotive, logistics, and just kind of everything. I kind of was a project lead, a coder guy, doing everything.
Nice.
Quit about 4 years ago. Homeschooled my son for a year and a half. After I quit, they wanted me back, but I gave them a 4-month notice before I quit. So
Yeah.
kind of found myself, and now I'm looking at I realize this AI initiative and all of these things going on. I think there's billion-dollar opportunities just sitting on the sidewalk. We just got to go.
Trillion. Yeah.
And this opportunity came up, and I thought, well, I know how I got tagged in from my background coming in here, and I figured I'm very curious to see what other people are doing with technology, because I want to kind of bring it together. I'm meeting with CEOs regularly. I've got one I'm meeting with on Thursday. He's got a little micro niche market. If we can set up some data streams for that, we could probably take his $1 million net business up to $100 million, from what I can tell, maybe $1 billion. Identified several other markets, that could probably be set up in the $1 billion plus range. So,
Nice.
and one opportunity, it kind of goes across finance and other stuff, could potentially be $1 trillion size. So yeah, we're looking at big stuff, and
Yeah. That's very, very cool. Sounds like you're doing a lot of things. So how can I help specifically?
Okay, I said I reviewed your website. I took a look at it. I was tempted to take it myself. I don't have the time for it, but getting great reviews mostly. Some people always get burned because they get burned out. You gotta keep going through it. Seems like a great opportunity. And I said, I don't know how successful you are, if you have metrics on before and after. Do you track that? Do you track people's career progressions afterward?
For tech professionals, you're talking about like how they do after on the job, correct?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So
after taking your workshop,
the biggest
successful, or most people are just looking to land. Like I said, once you're starving, you got to eat.
Yeah.
But
the biggest stat is that in the past 3 years, we've had one person that got laid off within the first month, and now it's because the company had a layoff. And so I just want to address that, because I know that fear is also in people's minds of hey, if I get a job, will I actually be able to keep it and do well on the job? It's we've never seen someone not do well, because when you get a job, you actually get many, many months to actually ramp up. And when you ramp up, you'll be fine. You'll learn their tech stack and you'll do fine within the company. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. I mean, these are the technical people I'm looking to recruit into some of these ventures. Might be short-term assignments, might be 3-6
Nice.
months.
Nice.
Be willing to set up partnerships and have them take care of the business side of things and just basically be contractors, and we'll set. So we got people, consultants to work through doing something like that, becoming your own business.
Sounds great.
If you've got the expertise, you can be a business. So
sounds great. Okay. I will shoot you. I will reach out to you so we can take this conversation offline, but it sounds like you're looking to staff engineers and we can obviously help with that.
Yep, and so I'm looking to open up some office space, hit some government initiatives as well, financial lending, because when I tried to buy that stupid office building, we just sat there talking to banks, and it was just waste of our time.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah. So these industries are just so archaic. It's ridiculous. So like, I just by setting up pieces of code, I eliminated entire departments. And when I was at General Motors, and it was. I don't know. It's not easy to see elimination as a strategic goal, but standardizing, structuring. I mean, it's much easier to start from zero and
Yes.
and end with zero, but cash flow. That's the ultimate. So, and that's what I'm shooting for. And I think
it's
I
a
think the
pleasure.
people
It's
coming
a
out of your
pleasure to.
academy would be great. So.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet a fellow business owner. I do have to head out, but let me do this. I will text you and we'll go from there, Edward. I have your number.
Awesome. Okay.
Thank you. And thank you to everybody else. Have a good Tuesday, guys.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Yeah, good luck, everybody.
Awesome. So you just watched the video, the Ask Me Anything session with our prospects, and hopefully you got some more clarity as to your own career. But again, if you found that super valuable and you potentially want to ask me questions, go ahead. There's a link somewhere in the description where you can book a call and either talk to my team or myself in one of these chats, which you will be receiving emails for how you can join the Ask Me Anything session. So click the link in the description below and subscribe, follow, like, do all that stuff. And thank you for joining. Bye.